everybody, welcome back to RaBBois. I'm Speed, joined here with my brother Yitz. Yitz, it's been so long.
It has been long. Yeah, it's so long. You cut your beard in the meantime.
I did not cut my beard. I've learned that if I don't brush my beard or blow dry it, it looks substantially shorter, and it makes me look younger. And I think I like it. I don't know. The comments can let us know if we're rocking with it. Like, I don't know. I don't really know what the situation is.
You look like a little baby. That's cute.
Right? What if I want, bro? I'm 21. Like, I want to look you know what I'm saying? I don't want to look 28. You know, people be thinking I'm like, when I went to LA, like in person, people think I'm in my mid 20s. Even Chabad guys, like us Yitz, they go over to me and they're like when I tell them my age, they're like, oh, I thought you were like 24, 25. And in the Jewish community, that's a big deal if you think someone with a beard looks that age.
You're like married with 3 kids at that point.
Like if you're not Jewish, you think we look 30 or something. If you see me in person, usually they'll think I'm in my late 30s, not late 20s. But yeah, like even in the Jewish world, I look old. So yeah, but tomorrow is a fast day called a CRAZY, which literally means the 10th of the month of Teves, which is basically, was it a wall of the temple? Am I getting close?
Very good.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have to do an intermission. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because we didn't test before.
No. I did the test. Before.
Fine.
Yeah, I didn't let you know.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. It's the walls around the temple, right?
Yeah. The walls. The siege was laid on Jerusalem. It was kind of like back and forth. There was actually a prophecy saying that Jerusalem is going to be sieged and destroyed, and the temple. I remember that. Destroyed, but it kind of wasn't happening. And then people are kind of waiting for it, and then boom, it happened.
And it's sad, and we fast.
I believe it's the Greeks.
Right. If we had
Babylonians.
If we had like a fast day for like every time there was something sad with like a temple or like that city, like we would just never be eating. It's just funny that we have it's actually not funny. It's very sad, and obviously we're gonna be doing lots of crime.
The truth is. CRAZY Tefillin is actually a culmination of a few bad things that happened because, like we said, there's a bunch of bad things that always happen. Right. So, of course, the 10th was when the siege happened, and that was the destruction of the temple, eventually, which was on Tisha B'Av, which is the 9th of the Hebrew month of Av, which is in the summer. But it took like 30 months. Anyways, it took 30 months for eventually, a year and a half to get around.
So the point is, we're fasting.
So that was one thing that happened. Also on the 8th of Teves, which was yesterday, was when they translated the Bible into 70. Sorry, they translated the Bible, and that's what it was. They translated the Bible into Greek, I believe. Yes, that's what I got.
I remember that.
Babylonians surrounded the city, but they translated the Bible into Greek on the 8th of Teves, and it's considered a really bad thing because it wasn't like actually Moshe, the one who got the tablets.
Remember when he split that rock? That was sick.
That was crazy.
It was really cool. Yeah.
So he actually translated the Bible into 70 languages, but it was God told him to do that. However, this was the case where it was actually the Greeks. I believe he made them do it, and do some miracles where they all translated it the same, like because they had a bunch of rabbis do it in separate rooms.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
Because they're trying. I think it's like part of the persecution where they're trying to like get them to translate it and then show that, you know what, not to compare, but similar to like all the Talmudic memes where like, see, I'll see all the bad things it says in your book. So I think that was part of it. But it's a miracle that they all wrote it in a way in order that it shouldn't be, not that the Bible has anything bad to say, but that there wouldn't be any mistranslations. So they all translated in a way that there wouldn't be mistranslated like the exact way. So they couldn't go to each one and say, oh, you translated differently and it's not true, etc. So that it was a miracle, but also it was considered a bad day because we were being forced to translate into a different language. And today, which is the 9th of Teves.
We're recording this on a Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Ezra HaSofer died. Ezra the scribe died, and he was a big figure. He helped build the second temple, and he passed away. So they decided we're just going to, instead of fasting 8, 9, 10, because that would suck.
That's terrible, right?
They just merged it all to tomorrow, which is actually Friday, which means we fast on Friday, and then we can only eat after Shabbos comes in.
Right.
It's kind of annoying.
I mean, you literally first off, you just took the explanation right out of my mouth. It's crazy how
what you just said, was literally
like word for word what I was like about to say, but you like took it from me. Whatever, it's fine.
Rabbi.
Exactly. We're actually rabbis here. Like you had that good. But yeah, I hate that it's on. I don't hate anything. Hate's a strong word, but yeah, it's on a Friday, so you gotta like go instantly you gotta like pray, and then you gotta wait a little longer, and then you gotta have that meal. I'm low key like
wine first.
I'm sneaking out of there, man. I'm making a little kiddish, and I'm like, I ain't waiting around for all this. I gotta eat tonight, bro.
I know. I really haven't eaten today. I've been pretty busy, and like my wife's like, you know, it's a fast day, and I actually totally forgot.
Same.
You know, I just totally forgot. And then like I woke up, like I was looking at the calendar for a Hebrew birthday, and I'm like, you know, tomorrow's a fast day, and we're having guests over, and I was like, oh my god, because I have to cook, and I have work.
And Why are you having guests on a fast day?
I didn't realize.
They're just really good guests, you know.
I've been nice. It's family, and we're happy to have them.
Of course.
I wouldn't have changed my mind, but in my head I was like, whatever. You know, I won't be in a bad mood. You know, but now when we fast, we're pretty good fasters, but like we get hangry. Yeah.
Right. Our family, we get hangry. Actually, well, when I first like moved in, I had like I have a roommate, and I was like, we're gonna be like great. We're gonna be great. Like the one thing is I get hangry, and like it's obvious. It's very obvious, and don't talk to me about my food, about like anything related to the food. Like let me eat my food, and then like afterwards, I'm great. Like that's a pretty good one issue. I mean,
yeah, it's pretty good.
Just let me don't bother me.
Don't bother me
related to food.
Not in the morning.
It's true. Also, yeah, we're not morning people.
And at the end of the day, if you work out and you haven't eaten for a while, and you didn't have dinner yet, let me make my dinner and eat.
Yeah, like that 7 p.m. range.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We don't do lunch. We're not big lunch guys.
Nah.
So like, you could bother us the rest of the day.
Lunch is a government conspiracy to make people fat so that they could sell more of their big pharma cereal, right? And
big pharma cereal.
And so that they,
food.
and then big more and
cereal.
Ozempic and all of that. It's not good. But point is, I gotta freaking do that fast. I'm actually pretty good. I think I'm gonna do it pretty well. But it was also, correct me if I'm wrong, you said that it was when you first started wrapping the tefillin. Is this true, Yitz?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's part of the, oh man, so basically, my birthday is Tes Adar Beis. For the people who are not Jewish in the chat, that is the 9th day of the second Adar, which is a Hebrew month. Adar is a Hebrew month. Some years we have 2. So I was born on a leap year. And my birthday actually counts because the second one is actually the real one. The first one is the fake one, is the one they add. So anyways, so that year it was not a leap year. So if you count, today is the 9th of Teves, Shavat Adar, so 2 months. My birthday is exactly 2 months from today. By the way, just to remind you.
Oh my gosh, no, I literally I was like already planning it. I mean, it's...
Oh yeah, you guys have that.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
So the tradition in Chabad, I saw that.
No, that's great, yeah.
The tradition in Chabad is that before our bar mitzvah, we do 2 months of practice putting on tefillin because it's kind of difficult. You ever see people like doing other people's...
You're like wrapping these things on you. It's like, yeah, it's this whole situation. No, you need that practice. You need at least a month.
You need practice. Because you got to get fast, you know, because by the time you're in high school and yeshiva, you got to be fast. If you're slow, you don't get breakfast.
You're missing out on breakfast. This is literally, exactly. It's literally like food's a real situation. You know what I'm saying? Like we need our food.
So we both are on it.
It's funny. No, but it's not just enough. That's a yeshiva thing in general. Like everyone's doing it.
You're rushing. Yeah. You stop because you pray for a long time and you're just like, okay, you're done and you want to get it off in a good way.
Right? You're rushing for this terrible food. It's like, I can't wait to eat this sloth. Like, so, yeah.
Hell yeah. But anyway, so we practiced for 2 months. So that means it would technically be 2 months from today. However, today was actually Shabbos. I mean, the 9th of the year when I was 13, when I was 12. It was actually on Shabbos, and we don't put tefillin on Shabbos.
Right.
Conversation for a different time. But Jews don't put tefillin on Shabbos. Actually, except for a few rare circumstances.
You said it was a conversation for a different time.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into it. There's actually a few times, for all the Jews out there, there's a few times you do put tefillin on Shabbos in rare circumstances.
Wait, now I'm low-key curious. Okay, nice.
Yeah, and if you know, you can put in the comment.
Okay, yeah, that'll be the little... Yeah, that's the question of the day.
Actually, I think one. I think there's one. So it could be more than one, but I know one off the top of my head. Anyways. So I did it. We did it on Sunday, which was the fast day, which happened to be the fast day.
Right.
So that means that was the first time putting on tefillin. The thing is, two things. First of all, when you get your tefillin brand new and fresh, they wrap them up really weird. It's like a full. It's not like normally house wrap. We have it separate. We put on the head. We put on the arm. And it's two separate boxes. But when they give it to you after you buy it brand new, they like wrap them together, which means it takes extra time. Just if you don't undo it, you're in synagogue and it just takes an extra like 5 minutes. Also, we do a special. It's called a mimer. It's a teaching from the Chabad rabbi that we say at the end, because it's a holy day. We're putting on tefillin for the first time. We say it. We say part of. It's called the bar mitzvah mimer. It's a teaching we give that we repeat. We've discussed before. We repeat it on our bar mitzvah, but you do the first portion of it when you wrap tefillin for the first time.
Because it's not like Judaism unless you like hate a certain part of it. So like that's the one that we put there so that like there needs to be a little bit of anxiety in everything we do. So we put that there so that you have the anxiety and then you could like continue with your day. Yeah.
Correct. And you have to, we memorized it because we're brilliant.
Not me. I didn't.
Oh, no,
it's a soft generation now. You know, that was back in your day. No kids are memorizing it by heart anymore. They made you freaking, they would freaking make you memorize this Yiddish thing by heart. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like, no, hell no. I did it in Hebrew and I read from it. Like a little,
Anyways, so I put it on my first time. It was a fast day. I was hungry, so that my first pair. It's before you pray. So like I just did it. But afterwards, we put on 2 pairs because we're special. We put on 2 pairs. It's filling.
Yeah.
And the second pair, I never unwrapped, so it was fully wrapped. And there's no food. There's no food because the fast day. Usually, there's a whole spread.
Right. They got nice.
You're celebrating.
Nice spreads. Yeah, they do.
Yeah. But here, the whole entire synagogue was waiting for me to say my mimer.
So they could get the hell out of there.
So they can get out of there because they're starving and they can't even eat.
They don't want to see no one.
Yeah, on a fast day, you finish praying, you just go home and you like lie down, you rest. But here, everyone was waiting for me, no food because it's a fast day, and I was like busy like undoing it.
Oh no!
Our father, he was getting like antsy. You know what I'm saying?
He just completely did it for me. I mean, I don't like remember.
Yeah, just because usually you do undo it, but it was we just forgot, and like it took an extra 5 minutes.
So they were waiting for you to put on the second pair.
Yes, and everyone's sitting around the table hungry.
The mimer yet.
I didn't even start. Everyone's sitting around because they're all fast, right? Because they've been doing it for years. They're all like, and I'm just like.
And they didn't even want to go to the services that day, like
Correct.
It's like, oh, my son, he has this thing, we need you guys to come, and it's like, fine.
Yes, exactly.
And then, like, you're just there rapping,
And then like after like literally I was 10 minutes later than everyone else, and like my father's like getting like super like anxious, and I finally sit down, and everyone's like, all right, start now, please, And then whatever, then I did it.
And then you got to sing the song. You got to sing the the preparation song. We sing like this little hymn before and after. Just to piss you off a little more, No, low key, it puts you in the mood. Like the hymn,
it's a beautiful
it's a nice song. It gets the anxiety going though.
It gets anxiety because I had to memorize, and like you're giving a speech and it's in a different language. I don't know why we did it like that.
Why it shouldn't? It should literally be like we should do it in English. Like that's what we should understand.
No, I'm gonna make my kids. I'm for sure doing. I'm gonna tell my kids just to say it over in English, learn it, know how to say it like a speech.
No. Well, it's funny. Like I'm like so against doing it in Yiddish, and meanwhile, like that Jewish he's stealing me. Like you're gonna do it in English, Oh, okay.
And of course, my good friend, who's like way more Chabad than me, I guess, he like had it freaking memorized,
Yeah, same. Every damn kid in my class had like the entirety of it fully in Yiddish.
I was like mumbling through it.
Not even mumbling, like full like clarity of their words too. Like you can't even teach this stuff. They're like just first round prospects doing this crap. I mean, it's. Yeah.
Anyways, it was great though. I felt very inspired, but definitely, I definitely remember it because I was in a bad mood. What was yours? I'm trying.
I remember. You weren't there. No one was. Anyone in our? Was it just our parents and I mean, I don't even.
Where was I?
It was during the summer. You were probably working somewhere. It was during the summer.
Yeah.
I came home from my first month of camp. And
Yeah.
I decided to go home. I didn't stay the second month of camp in the summer. And like I literally like I got off the flight that next morning was my was my tefillin thingy. And I mean, yeah, but it wasn't on a fast day because like I'm not a loser, right? So we had like the nice spread. We had like I did, and like I don't remember any weird knotted tefillins. Like I don't know what the.
I think specifically we made sure that yours were not.
I think specifically they just did it for you because they just wanted to
they
see
want
your
to bother.
little 12-year-old self.
You want to bother everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember seeing our father do any unwrap. He literally just like shoved that tefillin on me, and then
I could not get to stay for the first 2 months, man. I had so much trouble. Like it kept like sliding down my arm.
Oh yeah, no, I mean he helped me like the first week, and then
because we're tiny, like the box is as big as our arm, you know.
I mean, we're not. We were freaking fat. What were you talking about? When we were 12? Yeah. Were you fat when you were 12?
No, I was not.
You weren't fat yet. I was like, well, because we initially got like fat like in our teens. No, I started getting fat though when I was like 8 or 9. You know?
Yeah, you got fat a lot younger.
I was like skinny. I was like this regular. What?
You were allowed to play video games all day.
That's not why I got fat.
Pizza bagels.
Yeah, it's not. It's the pizza bagels. It's those damn meatballs. Ooh, she makes those good meatballs. Makes the best meatballs. Great meatballs.
I will say, I think we discussed it before. Do not put stuff in your meatballs. Thank you.
Do not put what?
Stuff. Anything.
It should just be the meatball,
just
right?
Meat.
Yeah.
Feel like putting like carrots in it.
Carrots in the meatball. It just. I mean, I didn't know this was a carrot meatball. That is great. You know, like what are you talking about? It's meat. Yeah. It's you can put rice. Put rice.
Yes.
Put rice.
Fine.
Mixed vegetable. No. Mixed. It goes on the side.
I'll eat it now, but as a kid, like you,
hell no.
I would eat a meatball and be like, I'm eating like a sponge. Like this is weird.
Yeah.
Why does it taste like dough? Like we put bread in it. It's like, why do you put bread in my meat?
It's just a meatball. It's just bread meatball. It's disgusting. It's like a disgrace.
The noodles are the carb.
Exactly. And the vegetables on the side. It's the vegetables. It's just, you know, it's good that we have this podcast because these things need to be discussed. You know what I'm saying? But no. So we would get like really fat. I got fat earlier though because I was.
Special.
Well, like I was privileged or no? I'm privileged. There's just more food. Maybe it was privilege. Was there less food when you were? Was everything okay? Was there less?
Fine. No, honestly, the truth is,
I think it's just our gene, like just because you know you're like Sephardi and I'm Ashkenaz and we're brothers, right? So, like maybe you just like it's just different for you. You know what I'm saying?
You definitely sat around a lot more than we did. Straight up, we did. We didn't. We were outside a lot. We were playing a lot. We ran around a lot more. You did.
Talking about. What do you ran around? Where would I run to? There's nothing to do. What are you talking about?
Frolic in the fields.
Frolic in the. I remember our mom would say she'd say go run around outside. I'm like, and do what? Go run around.
Run.
Just running around in the circle. I don't know. Like I'm not like freaking. I don't like. I'm not from New York.
You didn't really. We weren't. You were a little bit younger. Like I used to play with our brother. Basketball, baseball.
I was the youngest, bro. I mean, like I'm not. I didn't have that opportunity. Oh, I'd go over and be like, hey, want to play baseball? No, Svi. I'm a loser, and I'm gonna get fat when I'm 13 also. You know, like that's what you'd say to me. Was it when you were 13, 14? That's when like
I got fat in yeshiva because we had a lot of bread.
So much bread. You know what I do? You know what I do? Like every morning we had in yeshiva we had this it was like this toaster machine. It wasn't a toaster. It was like a conveyor belt toaster. You like put it on one side and come out the other side. Do you know that? Did you have that machine or no?
I definitely had it. I don't know.
Because I'm like, did you have the same damn machine 10 years later?
I definitely had them.
Yeah, so it was just conveyor belt, low key. It's a great machine. I've never seen it anywhere else since, by the way. It is a great machine. But it might be expensive. But I'd put like this bread. Yo, I never had ketchup on bread with the cheese like instead of like marinara sauce, you know, like
that was a classic.
I never put ketchup on the bread as a replacement until then, but I would have like 4 of those. Like I'd make like 4 of those. I'd put it through the conveyor belt machine, and then you're arguing with other people, and you're like, "That's my bread, bro." I'm like, "Nah, bro. Like that's definitely mine." You know what I'm saying? And then
so
I
many
have like
fights over stupid pieces of bread.
And I also, because I was like privileged and epic, right? I had a little griddle. and we take the eggs from the kitchen, and I'd make my own eggs. And everyone's probably watching this like, wait, wasn't there breakfast? Yeah, there was breakfast, but it was just it was absolutely no.
There's like different levels, and if you make your own breakfast, you're like top tier.
Some days were good though, their breakfast. Other days were just oatmeal, and that's just a disgrace. So I'd make my own eggs, and then I'd make the bread in there, and I just eat so much. And I remember there's this like everyone would like go over to me to want to use my griddle, because if you have a griddle in a shiva, it's like, yo, like what you got there? Like you making eggs? Are you making eggs, bro? Like what's what's going on?
Yeah, no, you're the king.
You're the king. And like I would charge in the beginning, like my services, like 50 cents or something. Get some cans of soda from the machine or whatever the hell.
You got a tax,
But eventually, I'm like, it's just I would low key just be making people eggs because I like out of the kindness of my heart.
Wow.
Eventually, I mean, and then eventually I stopped completely. I remember, you'd have like these old guys that would like hang around in the services before. What's the word we use is we call them mags. It stands for magnets.
Meaning they just attract to a location and they don't leave.
And they don't leave, and they show up every day, and they'll like just like eat some breakfast too. Yeah, And I was like, oh, okay.
They're not part of the school.
Yeah, no, they're like old guys, and they just like become side characters in our story. And I remember I was making my eggs, and I made for some other people, and this old guy comes over and he's like, Can you make me an egg?
That's amazing.
Like, and I'm
That's
like,
amazing.
I'm like, I mean, like I'll make you an egg. Yeah, why not? And I'm like, how many eggs? He's like, just one. And I like it like really, really undermade. Like he likes it almost raw.
Oh, he put in a request for the chef?
I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, I'm Mr. Bougie. Like, oh, okay, fine. And yeah, he likes it like very raw because he's like old and they're like messed up. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? They be like making milkshakes out of these things. This blend of meat in a cup and drink it, So I made it for him, and like it was on for like 15 seconds, and he's like, "That's good." I'm like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Well, I gotta put this into something. Like, you got a plate, or you got a plate? You want me to get you a plate? You piece of shit! Like, what are you talking about?" And he's like, "Oh, you can just put it in this cup." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." He gives me this cup, and I plop this like half-made egg, this like sunny side gloop, into his freaking cup. He starts eating that crap. Right then and there.
He wanted to eat a raw egg, but he didn't have he just had too much shame.
I don't know. He ate it right then and there. Like, no shame in front of me. And I'm like, whatever, man. I mean, I didn't even feel, like, I couldn't even feel bad at that point. Like, it was just, yeah. So, like, that was the breakfast that we were sort of having there. And I'd find ways to make all these meals. And that's how I gained all that damn weight. But that toaster is insane. Like it was the most convenient way to have like 30 guys get it toasted because it's just this conveyor belt of bread constantly entering this machine. What the hell were we talking about?
I was gonna ask. You're very lucky that you're in Miami because it got super snowy over here.
I mean, luck. I made a conscious decision to it's a good thing I didn't go to LA. You see those fires?
Oh, that's true.
So yeah, not to take away from like your tangent, but like because I got some people down there. I know I got like like a manager and things like that. They're evacuated from their place. They took like all their belongings, all their important stuff. It's
really?
It's like bad.
Damn.
It's like I saw pictures of people flying away on an airplane. It's literally looks like the apocalypse. It's just flames. Imagine like the map of America, and a part of it is just in flames. That's what it looks like from the plane.
No, I saw some pictures. It's been it's really sad. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like those doomsday guys are having like a good time, I guess.
I
told you the apocalypse was coming.
A pick would go so hard there. Not to take away. I mean, like imagine you're walking in with the flames behind you. Sorry, I'm like an artist, so I'm like a visionary.
People
it's a very sad situation. No, it's very sad, actually. No, it is.
It's kind of. On the other hand, we had a huge snowstorm here in the Midwest.
Did you hear the weather? It's it gets really cold and spontaneous sometimes, and it's like people talk about weather in other states, like you guys will get weather like it is here. Sometimes it rains, and then right after it's sunny. Yeah,
Yo, what's the weather outside?
you know, that's like my activation code. Like you ever watch the Winter Soldier?
No.
Like it's Marvel Captain America. Like he comes back from the freaking dead, like the super soldier, and like he has like this phrase that if you say it, he just turns into a different person, and, like starts tweaking and turns into a soldier. So
that's hilarious.
That's sort of my activation code that you just put right there, you know. I'm sorry, I'm going on tangents here, but I was at a wedding yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that's why I couldn't record.
That's why I couldn't record. I'm a busy guy, you know. Lots of stuff happening. I go to this wedding, you know, show up last minute. Just like white shirt, no suit, no nothing. It was fine, whatever. But I like walk through this hallway and like I hear like distantly in my brain, like I hear like distant noises when I'm walking by these people down the hall. I hear, well, they're outside. I'm like, what?
What?
I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm up to, you know, and I don't think much of it. And I go to the table, I have the meal, whatever. And then like,
you're tripping.
And then like I'm on my way out and I'm leaving the hall. And I hear like louder, well, they're outside. I'm like, who said that? You know, like what's, you know, I turn my head. I give him like a smile. He's like happy. This kid I acknowledged, you know.
Oh, the kid was singing.
The kid was singing the weather outside his RaBBois.
Bother you to get
he
your
recognized me. Nah, I don't know what he was doing, but yeah. I mean, I gave him. So that was. You're
so nice to your fans.
I mean, you know, because if I gave too much attention, I would have lost a lot of aura. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
you have to be a little bit like, you have to be like a douchebag.
I had to be like nonchalant. You know what I'm saying? Because I lose aura if I acknowledge him too much. Also, like he was low key bothering me, singing the weather. Like, what are you talking about?
You created it. You wanted it out there.
It's massive. I mean,
don't be mad when somebody comes and sings it to you.
Nah, I was just.
It's kind of like it's like those actors just say the line, say the line,
say the line. You say the line. You know, do the roar. You know, do the roar. Freaking like Shrek. Like that's what's happening. Did we talk about Chanukah at all? I don't think
we did last time.
No. Like what happened during Chanukah.
What happened?
What I did during Chanukah. I don't think I. Well, for starters, I was supposed to sit courtside at an NBA Miami Heat game.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Jewish Heritage Night. I was supposed to.
Yeah, and you didn't.
We did. Did I talk about my outreach? I did. I didn't talk about my outreach on here. I did some.
I saw a video. Low key, that your last video was kind of cringe. Not gonna lie.
I took it down. I wasn't proud of it.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty on it. I was like, this is kind of cringe. And they took it down.
Yeah. No, it was. I wasn't proud of it, so I took it down. If it had more so there's actually a lot of footage I didn't include. I did not. That's what happened. There's a lot of footage that was really good that I couldn't include. Yeah, and I don't even know if I could say it on here. Point is, so on Chanukah, I decided to do some outreach and spread the light to the population of Miami, because you know in general it's like not a lot, you know, it's not a lot of kosher things going on in Miami. So we were like essentially like uplifting the place, right? So we went in like this tank, a mitzvah tank, and we just blasted music, went around giving out menorahs, and low key like we were making these places lit. Where people were coming on the RV we had, letting menorahs. We had like 5 menorahs going on, like at a time. We were going by these clubs, freaking not in the clubs, outside the clubs.
Sure.
And you know, I won't get into details, but I'll tell you after the podcast. But let's just say like things were getting free. Things were a lot of light was spread. God bless, you know. Yeah, it was great. Nothing that. Yeah, it was great. And then New Year's, I went to, my friend was like, hey, do you want to go to this like private, like not even private, but like this Nissan Black, who's a Jewish rapper, singer.
Oh yeah, I saw you on that feed.
I'm gonna get into that. So he's like, do you want to go to this, like, it's like at a restaurant slash little performance. I'm like, yeah, okay. You know, I thought it'd be more formal. But I arrive and it's more of like this Hamish family style situation. The seating in there is custom, you know, like that. So we got seats inside, but technically any schmo could just like walk on in there and like see the concert. it was like a nice concert, but it was like I felt a little like I was like, I was like, I thought it was gonna be, I guess, more formal. So that was it was nice, I guess. No, but my friends were being pieces of crap, and they were yelling on the top of their lungs almost to bother me. And I was sitting right next to them. They're standing on their chairs and screaming, "Mr. Black, I love you! I love you so!" Yeah, they were being very cringe.
Yeah, it's pretty cringe.
Yeah, it was very cringe, and I could not deal with it. I wanted to get out of there. And eventually we left, and then this dude approaches me who has a big following on Instagram. He's Ziv the Watch Guy. If you know, you know. He goes over to me, and he just starts asking me what I do for a living. And I'm like, well, you know, I made the weather outside is rizzy. You know, it's massive and things like that. And then I'm like posted on Instagram like 30 minutes later on like this dude's account. And then I get posted on Jewish Twitter, and then he gets sent it to me, and he's like, "Hey, you're like famous," and I'm like, "Of course, I made the weather outside is rizzy." But yeah, and people apparently weren't rocking with me. They were not.
Yeah, I know. People were like, "Who is this weirdo loser?" No offense, by the way.
I'm like, loser. Dude, I made the weather outside is rizzy. Like, people can't.
You know what it is?
Not everyone. I think their age is showing. Like, they can't sense the sarcasm. Probably. I mean.
Yeah. They don't. They don't understand, and they also. Jewish people online who are not like in the culture, just like they have like very narrow like view of like what's funny.
Take everything seriously, and if it's not in their view of funny, they view it as making Judaism look bad, and that it's not appropriate, and they're all lame, and that's literally like my goal on social media is to like be like not that, and so far so good. And we actually have some
clearly
things
doing that.
I'm saying we got to actually I met this guy at the wedding. He like does Instagram also, and he's like, "Oh, you're like normal in person." I'm like, yeah. Like, do people just think I'm like singing to other outside? Is you like just around like all the time?
Like, you're a little bit like I got a screw loose or something.
I'm like, dude, like come on now. I mean, but we got some things planned this year for the Jew Boy Empire. You know, I got some things cooking. It's gonna be great. You know, obviously RaBBois will be like massive.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah. You got anything else yet?
Nope. I think that's it.
Appreciate y'all for watching. Low key, I enjoyed this. You know, I missed the RaBBois podcast. It's gonna be this is the year. This is the year. We've been in it for too long. It has to work, or else it's just an embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure to download on Spotify. Watch all the other episodes. Literally smash like, subscribe. Goodbye.